So we're at the Kruger National Park in Skukuza, and we're talking about the tourism industry, one of the industries that's been the hardest hit during the COVID-19 pandemic. No doubt a difficult time for those operating in the industry, but also there are opportunities, innovative ways in which to do business within this industry. With me now, I've got Nhlanhla Themba, who is part of the Kruger National Park team. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Maybe just paint a picture for us before we get into the nitty-gritties of the industry in terms of how difficult it's been for the Kruger National Park over the last 18 months or so.
Well, thank you, Rufia, for the question. It has never been thought of that Kruger will close down completely. I mean, Kruger, the whole world came to a standstill. So you can imagine we were not used to it. We did not know how to react, but we had to think on our feet to remain alive, safe, and also to try and keep away from the pandemic. So it has been difficult and challenging. We made it. We are still here. Thanks God for that, and we're soldiering on.
Right. What are some of the opportunities that have come out of the pandemic that you've started to see flourish within the Kruger National Park?
The fact that people were kept away for quite some time has made people yearn, to come and actually enjoy and appreciate nature. And what we are picking up as well is that previously people used to come maybe as couples, families. Now we see a change. A lot of friends, groups of friends are taking opportunities now because Sandparks has also introduced a Stockfells type of arrangement where you can come together as groups of friends to come and enjoy this wonderful place. So that, I think, is what COVID-19 pandemic has actually made people to think out of their, the box and start doing things differently, because I think what they realize is that each and every opportunity that is missed, it's an opportunity that you cannot regain. So if there's a friend amongst you who can actually sponsor you for a getaway to the bush, so be it. Maybe you can talk to each other afterwards and try and compensate that person for whatever expenses. We see a lot of that now happening in the park.
Right. Now, the Kruger National Park, like other places where people would go to enjoy some time off within the country, are having to think outside the box in terms of their offering. You've just spoken about Sandpark Stockfell offering, but what other incentives or promotions can consumers or tourists, local tourists, look forward to as they venture out approaching the festive season?
We, from time to time, introduce incentives such as discounts. Currently, we have a 40% discount for various camps in the park. If you book online, automatically you get to be channeled to that 40% discount, which is a lovely offering that we give, because people are out of work, people, income have diminished somehow. So the 40% can actually take you a long way with your family or yourself and your partner, or as a group of friends, as I said.
Yeah. What are some of those challenges that you still have to grapple with as a park? I know there's a lot of innovation and a lot of opportunities that have been created, but surely there are still some challenges that exist.
The fact that we cannot be open 24 hours and be open for everybody that wants to come is still a challenge, because from time to time, especially during long weekends, school holidays, we have to implement what we call gate quotas. And we see that as an issue that sort of upsets our guests, because, you plan this trip for quite some time, you're visiting friends and family nearby, and they say to you, do you know that we're not far from Kruger? And you just decide on, spot. You wake up, you want to come into the park, we tell you can't come in. So those are some of the challenges, and we wish that our people can actually begin to book in advance if you know that you're going to visit the park during a busy period of public holidays and school holidays, so that we don't disappoint you. In terms of the offering, in the wild, it's not only about animals. We're looking after fauna and flora. So even if you don't see animals like today, we haven't seen anything yet. But you can hear the birds, you can see the green, you can see the water body. So there is enough for people to just come and appreciate, because this thing is about resetting your mind. Coming to the Kruger is not something like you need to be physically active or involved with it, but just sitting, listening to yourself, listening to the sounds of nature, that's what benefits you, and you recharge your batteries.
Danta, thank you very much. It's absolutely a place where you can indeed recharge your batteries, reset the mind, just enjoy the surroundings, the nature. It's not necessarily about seeing the animals, but about being in a place that's not the bustling Johannesburg that we're so used to, Baron. And I do wish you were here with me, because it would give you an opportunity to reset your mind. But some important conversations that we've just had there in terms of the challenges that they've faced as a park, but also positively the opportunities, the incentives that they are creating for local tourists to come through and enjoy what South Africa has to offer, Baron.